Just finished training. But yo, I got some stuff on my brain. I got some stuff on my mind. I got some stuff on my mentality that I needed to share with y'all, because I've been coming to some realizations about this matrix that we living in. I don't trust the government. And why I don't trust the government? Too much stuff ain't adding up. They've been telling us too many lies, B. And I ain't falling for the hokey doke. You ain't gonna hoodwink me. Too many lies. Look at this map. I saw this map yesterday. I'm gonna post this. Look at this map. When you look at that map, you'll see that the distance across Africa is greater than Russia. But when you look at that map, they make you feel like Europe is the center of the world and Russia is the biggest piece of land on earth. And they make Africa look like this tiny little insignificant piece of land. That's just one reason I don't trust the government. Other reason is, yo, they got us in these schools to try to prepare us to be factory workers, B. Factories are dead. Why are we still listening to these bells that telling us when to eat, asking for permission to go use the washroom, getting homework when we already spend 8 hours a day at this institution? It's all a farce, bro. I ain't falling for none of it. None of this programming. All of this is fake. All of this is man-made. All of this is fiction. None of this is real. That's what I be realizing. Weekends is made up. 9 to 5, made up. All of this don't exist. Every day is a day. They try to create these fake ideas of a 5-day work week, working 40 hours for 40 years to retire at 65 so you can have 10 years of freedom. Bullshit. Fuck that. I ain't falling for the programming. I ain't falling for the system's tricks. Color outside the lines. There ain't no rules to this matrix. Matter of fact, ain't no rules to this system. Create your own system. Create your own matrix. Create your own version of reality. You ain't got to fall into the lines that they trying to pigeonhole us into, that they try to program us into believing, that they try to get us thinking that all these things is real. Like a BMW has so much value, like a Rolex has so much value, like these things have something to do with who you are as a person. They make us chase this money, this fake money, this fiat money that ain't even backed by gold. For what? They take your kids from you all day, get them raised by people who ain't no smarter than you, try to program them, brainwash them with the same foolishness that we grew up learning about Triceratops and Pluto and photosynthesis, all this foolishness. When they don't teach us taxes, they don't teach us how to buy real estate, they don't teach us how to start and run a business. What are we really doing in these schools, B? What's the government really trying to set us up to do to be? That's why I ain't falling for none of it. I ain't listening to the news. The news is propaganda, programming, try to get you guys scared, living in fear. I ain't falling for the news. I ain't falling for the government's tricks. I ain't listening to Big Pharma. I ain't listening to Bill Gates. I ain't listening to none of these billionaires who in cahoots with the government in these secret societies, with these Freemasons, all of that. I ain't rocking with it. And I reach a level of point where I ain't scared no more to talk my mind, to speak my truth, to live in my freedom. I'm a free man. Ain't nobody control me. Ain't nobody gonna tell me you fired. I'm gonna find a way. I'm gonna make a way. I'm gonna create a way. I'm done playing with this system's tricks, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play the game. Yeah, I'm gonna play the game. But I got the game genie. I got the cheat codes. So I ain't playing by the ordinary rules. I got the cheat codes. I'm realizing that all of this is a fugazi. All of this is fake. All of this is fiction. All of this is man-made. Ain't none of this real. None of this. This is all marketing, advertising, propaganda, and I ain't falling for it. I ain't buying into it. I'm creating my own rules. I'm making my own way, making my own lane, living in my own system. I ain't falling for these tricks, man. I ain't retiring at 65. I ain't working inside of a corporation for 40 years. I ain't going to school and then more school and then more school so that I could get a job working for somebody else. Education is anywhere that you learn. This whole world is an education. You can pick up a book, you can Google, you can go online, you can learn, you can educate yourself. You ain't got to go to school to be smart. But that's the system they got you in, man. They try to trick you and make you think if you ain't got this degree, if you ain't got this paper, then you ain't knowledgeable. Like, you don't know things. Like, school is the only place to learn. That's false. Find a way, create a way, make a way. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm, not what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm doing. Lord willing, Lord willing, if my vision comes to fruition, matter of fact, when my vision comes to fruition, I'm going to be turned. I'm going to be turned to a whole nother level. Y'all thought I was turning up now? That ain't nothing. My whole life, every waking hour is dedicated to one thing, and that's living life on purpose. I ain't living life by accident. I'm living life on purpose. Fulfilling my mission, manifesting my vision, achieving all my goals. That's what it's about. That's what I'm on. That's the type of time I'm on right now. Anything else is dead for that. And ownership is key. Work without ownership is dead. Matter of fact, I ain't working no more. All I'm doing is playing. If it ain't fun, I ain't doing it. I play with who I want, when I want, how I want, and doing what I want. I ain't working for nobody rest of my life. Put that on God. I put that on God. I'm a free man talking. Free man talking. They gonna try to silence me. They gonna probably maybe even flag this video. You know how they do, but I'm gonna keep pushing, keep grinding. My time to shine is coming, so I'm shining now. Don't wait for them to tell you a genius. You a genius now. Don't wait for them to tell you a legend. You a legend now. Shout out Benny the Butcher. But yeah, work without ownership is dead. If you spending all day building up a company that you don't be able to profit from, if you don't have shares in that company, you don't have equity, you clowning to me. You clowning to me. I saw a tweet the other day when it said something like, job shaming is weird because not everybody can be a boss. So we need people to be workers. We need everyone to play their role. And yeah, that's fine or whatever, but I ain't falling for that trick no more because I fell victim to that system. Thank you to Dame Dash on the Breakfast Club because that interview changed my life. He gave me the gems for my brain to let me realize that I can do it too. I don't need to rely on Microsoft, Facebook, Google for a job. I can create my own company, make my own job. When my daughter needs a job, I should be able to put her in position where she can get a job, where I can put her in position anytime I want. That's what nepotism is about. That's what these rich folks been doing for centuries. Why you think the Waltons is all billionaires? Because of Sam's invention, Sam's creation. Now they all living off of the product that he created, off of the infrastructure that he founded. And I'm gonna do the same thing because why not? These people ain't no smarter than you. These people ain't no greater than you. Yeah, I understand people need to work a job. Not everyone could be a boss. Not everyone could be an entrepreneur. Not everyone could start their own business. But you gotta own something. Regardless of if you training your time for money, you still a boss. You still have your own business. You're in the business of selling your services to that corporation for that specific time to do that specific task. Just have that mindset, and I tell you, it's going to open up your whole mentality. You're going to realize you have a lot more power than they want you to think you have. You're going to realize you're in a lot of more control than they want you to think that you got. Right? So I hope that this message empowers you. Hope this message forces you to think freely, to think clearly, to think outside the box, to think like there is no box. Think from a first principle standpoint. Right? Upgrade your hardware, upgrade your software, upgrade your body, upgrade your mind. It's Tristan Scott. Come on.
So basically the video I just watched was just talking about the same things you and I have been talking about visualizing our success and putting a plan to get there. So we always have a destination, we always have our goal that we know we have to build towards, and we're not just kind of all over the place. We're staying focused and following step by step where we need to get to achieve the big goal.
True.
And just basically visualizing success, taking the time out of our day to meditate and see ourselves winning, see ourselves successful where we want to be in a year from now, 2 years from now, and putting that positive energy into our head, kind of manifesting our success.
Word. And that's interesting you said that, because I was thinking too that, like, with you being the chief marketing officer, right, and then me as the CEO, like, together we're the executive team of the company. And it's like looking at other companies, like, I don't know, Coca-Cola, for example, or like I don't know, Epson or Nike, right? It's like 100% every day, the CEO is talking to the CEO, CMO, or the CFO is talking to the CEO, or at least once a week, all the executives are getting together to talk about what's happening for the week, what's happening for next week, how are we on target for our quarterly goals, how are we on target for our yearly projections. So I think like what you said is important, that now we have it outlined and independently, like we're envisioning where we're going to be a year from now and what we're going to do day by day to achieve, you know, our daily targets and stuff like that. But I think also checking in daily, checking in weekly, having a quarterly review, having a monthly review, I think putting those systems in place will just make us have more synergy, you know, just more, and also more accountability just within the company too.
Yeah, that's why I think it's good that we made the spreadsheets. So now we can keep track of all our numbers and see that we are on track. And then once a week, we can check how the daily and weekly targets are going. And see from there.
True.
Let's keep us on track.
All right, let's run a game of chess and then we'll get back into making things happen.
Sounds good.